you love the bike, but it's my review, so please go away. Hey guys, welcome back to Ignite Motorrad Bike Reviews. And as you can see, it's raining quite badly today. But today with us, we have the BS6 version of the Suzuki Gixxer SF250. Special thanks to Dhone Suzuki for lending us this bike. We're very grateful to you. Go check out their showroom for a huge collection of Suzuki mopeds and bikes. Now let's get to the looks of this bike. Now I think this is one of the most spectacular looking bikes in this segment, especially in this matte black spec. It has a full LED headlight at the front, which looks premium and amazing, a full LED at the back, as well as clip-on handlebars which have adjustable mirror mounts. So you can put the mirrors on the fairing or on the handlebars, it's completely your choice. The tank sculpting looks really appealing as well, as does the split seat. Now the split seat is narrow at the front, so it's easy for shorter riders to reach their feet to the ground as well. So I think all in all, it's a pretty awesome looking bike. The performance figures of this bike are largely the same as the BS4. The power is 26.5 PS at 9300 RPM, which is 300 more than the BS4. However, the torque is at 22.5 Newton meters, but it's delivered at 7300 RPM, which is 200 RPM less than the BS4. So the peak torque of this bike is delivered very early on, so it's a lot of fun to ride. This bike has 17-inch wheels at the front and at the back, which are MRF revs. They're really grippy, and even though I rode here in the rain, I didn't find any lack of grip or any signs of the bike slipping anywhere at any speed. So 5 stars for these tires, I love them. The brakes are disc brakes at the front and the back with Biber brake calipers, which is by Brembo. It also comes as dual channel ABS, which is a really welcoming addition in today's times. The Gixxer comes with telescopic forks at the front with fork protectors and an adjustable monoshock at the back. Now we live in Pune and we came over a lot of rugged and undone roads on our way here, and neither me nor my pillion found the bike uncomfortable while going over potholes or over bad roads. It's really comfortable. Like, I actually tried bashing it over some large speed breakers to see how uncomfortable it would get, but it really wasn't uncomfortable at all. So the suspension is pretty great for city use, even though this is largely a race inspired machine. Now this bike has an oil cooling system called SOCS, which is Suzuki oil cooling system. Now this is considered the most sophisticated and high level cooling system in bikes of this class, and it's better than most liquid cooling systems of other bikes. This system is also used in higher level Suzuki bikes such as the GSX and the Hayabusa. Now you might think that this is a race inspired machine, it's fully faired, it's made for track use and city use, so it will be really uncomfortable and hard on your back and your shoulders. You'd be wrong actually, it's really comfortable. The R15 by Yamaha is actually more aggressive than this, even though it has a lesser displacement engine. So this is a really nice blend between aggression and comfort. So in terms of riding, aggression and posture, I would place this in between Bajaj's Pulsar RS200 and Yamaha's R15. So I think that's a real sweet spot right there. Now coming to the instrument cluster of the bike, I like it quite a lot because it's a negative instrument, so you can see it in sunlight or whatever weather you're in. It's also very informative, so you get a lot of information. But yeah, can I have my glasses? Yeah. It's quite small. I mean, a bigger instrument panel would have been really nice, but overall it's really nice. You can see what gear you're in, what RPM you're going at. There's a shift light, there's buttons for adjusting the modes. You get trip meter, an odometer, a clock, a fuel indicator, heat warning light, service indicator, and yeah, you get a lot of information. But just if it was a little bit bigger, that would be perfection, honestly. Yeah. The ground clearance of this bike is 165 millimeters. The wheelbase is 1345 millimeters and the seat height is 800 mm. So it's not advisable for shorter riders, but as I said earlier, the front of the seat is narrow, so it's easier for your feet to reach the floor, or the foot pegs for that matter. The bike has a tank capacity of 12 liters and a user claimed fuel economy of 30 to 34 kilometers per liter. One more thing to be noted is because this bike has an open chain system, it has to be judiciously cleaned every 300 to 400 kilometers. The weight of this bike is 161 kilograms. which gives it the best power to weight ratio in this segment. It has a box section swing arm at the back, which is alright, but an aluminium one would have probably been better. Another thing we missed on this bike is the addition of a slipper clutch, which would have been an awesome addition on an otherwise amazing bike. A slipper clutch, a little bigger instrument cluster would have made this bike truly spectacular. It is great, but these things would have taken it to a new level. This is one of the few bikes which, when it was launched, it was BS6 emission compliant from the beginning. So it already had additions such as a fuel injection system and a 3-way catalytic converter. The bike comes with a 6-speed transmission system which is really smooth and awesome to use, and the gear ratios are very tall, which is very comfortable for city use since you don't have to shift that often. However, if you really do give the bike the beans on highway runs, then it's also very fun to ride, because then you can take it up to the rev limiter and then you can shift late, and so you can reach higher top speeds. There are no vibrations in the bike whatsoever. I redlined it on almost all the gears, and the only noticeable vibrations were very minute and only in the foot pegs, none in the handles or the fairing or anywhere else. So the refinement of this bike is truly top class. To conclude, I think this bike is hugely underrated because it's refined, it's got performance, it's got build quality, it's got features, it's got safety. I don't see why I don't see more of these on the road. So if you want a full-fare 250cc bike, I think you should seriously consider the Suzuki Gixxer SF 250 BS6. Ride safe. Huge shout out to Dhone Suzuki for lending us this beautiful bike today. Come and check out their showroom. It's located off Satara Road on Aranyeshwar Road in Pune. They've got some really great bikes and mopeds in stock. You should totally check out the showroom. It's awesome.